know that their intention is to either squeeze Peter Obi to the point where he gives up his ambition of being president, or force him to stand alone as a standalone candidate, where the vote will be divided again, where maybe Atiku will be on one side, Peter Obi will be on one side, and then they'll be able to do exactly, because they know Peter Obi is not going to come out and say, oh yeah, we're fighting, oh yeah, Boriwale, fire for fire, we are taking it back by force, nothing they happen. Do you understand? So they know that Peter Obi is their biggest threat to their political career. So every time the man tweets, because Peter Obi is always attacking every policy that doesn't favor the people, always attack, always calling them out on tweet. He doesn't speak up, but he's always calling them out, right? They hate every time this man will tweet, even if he say good morning Okube. Oh my God, they will flood his Twitter. Good morning to who? Who is Okube, your brother? You know. So that is why you see the attack. This is why I said, for me, the fact that these opposition people were busy. I said they never sleep for the past 2 days since Peter Obi decamped to ADC. It was their biggest fear. They were trying to prevent that from happening. That was why, I think that was one of the reasons why Peter Obi delayed it. This is one of the reasons, and many other reasons why Peter Obi delayed it. Delayed entering ADC, because they were waiting. Do you know, on Twitter, you just see somebody will tweet, one of those APC goons will tweet, so does anybody know which party Peter Obi is going to? Because he should let us know so we can prepare as opposition. Mm-hmm. I said, hey, you know, so the reason why, to your question, I'm sorry I went out to go around in circles, but
no. You're absolutely right. Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah, so the reason why, right, the reason why they are, you see them running around, all of them, they run like a fire on the mountain, brigades, Kenyamo don't abandon in aviation work, now, you want to, they do politics full time now, you see all their goons don't come out, Ononuga, they cry like a baby for the past, all of the girls, they cry now because they know that almost the biggest nightmare that we were hoping against has happened. That's why they're going at it now, if you notice. So this is the reason why. He's the biggest threat. He's the biggest threat to them.
Yeah. And I'm also thinking along this line. Welcome, Uncle Dayo. Uncle Dayo, I already shared the link in the comment in case you want to come in. Anybody who want to be part of the conversation, please don't hesitate. The link is in the comment. You can hop in the studio. Let's hear your take on this matter, because I know our political conversation have already started now. Sister Moye, now work start to because we're gonna
I'm telling you.
Almost daily drama now.
I'm telling you. Do you understand? Now they talk. I said the work even start late. You know, say this work supposed to start like 2024. Now the work actually supposed to start, right? But here we are, 2026, right? The work now don't start because opposition, they look for how they want to gaslight. There's nothing for them to use to gaslight. Because the question I'm going to have for APC people, right? Tell us, okay, why you believe that this man that is there currently with the mayhem, with another country taking care of security for you, stepping up for security for you. Please come and tell us why. I want to hear what APC people want to say, how they want to pull themselves out of here. So what they're banking on now is gaslighting, 101, emotional blackmail, number 2, and straight up defense insults, which is what they do. The repertoire right now is insult. They don't have anything else to say. You ask a question, they will start to insult you. They insult you. They insult you. That's it. And then the last thing I've noticed now on Twitter, some people have been posting, tweeting, there's no reason why TPN cannot continue for 4 more years. Yeah. The only reason that they can think of is that because he's a Yoruba man. That's the weakest point ever. I say because we have Yoruba people of capacity. I can speak to that they could have chosen to be president. Since you people decide to go, the greedy ones amongst decided this is this man they want to push. I want to come and see, they want to use that line. I've been seeing it on Twitter. I say, okay, Atiri, we are seeing you from a distance. We they wait for now. So that's it, my brother, for now.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Omoye. I have my brother Uncle Dayo in the building, but before we move on, I see people are watching on the vertical yet. And if you are watching on the vertical, you can come over to the main show. I'm sharing the link to the main show. Click on this link and it will bring you to the main show so you can join the rest of the people with the conversation. But if you want to call in, maybe you want to call me through WhatsApp, you really don't have time to use the StreamYard, you can call the number on the screen, +1 512 595 6569. Again, the number to call is +1 512 595 6569. All right, let's continue this conversation real quick, just like we've already did. Sissy, shout out to you, my sister. Please, if you're watching, help me hit the like. If you don't hit the like, the algorithm will not spread it. This is politics, it's not gossip. Okay, again, Uncle Dayo, I know you are a member of Labour Party, and your Labour Party, I don't even know if this guy is still the chairman of Labour Party or maybe he's still doing his shenanigans as usual. Abure, as soon as Peter Obi declared for ADC, Abure was the first person to took to the internet and started crying. He wrote some devastating nonsense about Peter Obi, saying stuff like they regretted fielding Peter Obi in 2023 general election. And my thought is like, what is wrong with this guy? This man brain the function at all. Labour Party was a no party. Let's just say it like it is. Nobody care about Labour Party. Peter Obi comes in and brought relevance to the party. Peter Obi helped this party to secure seats in the House of Reps, in the Senate, governorship, and what have you. That has never happened before. All of a sudden, Labour Party was becoming one of the main political parties in Nigeria just because of Peter Obi. But because of greed, this man who is a nobody, I'm sorry, all respect to him as an individual, but when it comes to the political space in Nigeria, Abure is a nobody. And then Abure started tackling Peter Obi. So, Uncle Dayo, can you help me understand what's going on with that your party? How do you think this Peter Obi defection will first of all affect the party? Because as for me, I think the party is done for. Can you hear me, Uncle Dayo?
I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, so tell us about your party, Uncle Dayo. What is going on with your party?
Anyways, the thing is that Abure does not speak for the party. Let me say that one clearly. You know, there are factions already. Yeah, maybe the party leader, whatever, but I don't believe he's speaking the mind of the party. So now, what we are having on ground now is a personal vendetta between him and Obi. Now, what he said actually may be the truth, because when he said Labour Party liberated by Obi's defection, because Obi has been like the focal point that is causing, in quotes, pandemonium between the party, because we have some factions that are loyal to Obi and we have some that are working against him. So clearly you can see that Abure belongs to the faction working against him. And then based on what I said earlier on, based on what you said earlier on, sir, Labour Party has no relevance until Peter Obi took it up in the last election. The only time that the Labour Party was able to make impact was when we had a governor, I've forgotten his name, in the Southwest, Was it not, which state was that? The man is late now, I think. That was the only governorship candidate that we have in the Labour Party then, before all this hullabaloo comes. It was only when Peter Obi joined the party and was endorsed as the presidential candidate that everybody now get to know Labour Party. Labour Party has been like on and off party from the onset. We are just building up, we are just building capacity. And it showed clearly in the last election where the capacity building for the party shows the weakness of the party, because at the time that Peter Obi came on board, the party has not fully established. So those lapses really affected his chances, so to say. Now, after that first experiment, that Peter Obi ran under Labour Party shows the potential that Peter Obi can actually get this thing done right, if only he has the right party. That was why the voice of the people were heard in states and in cities where Labour Party was not known before, Labour Party elsewhere. So it goes to show that it is not about the party per se, it's about the people, what people want. And that's why Peter Obi has become like a threat to the ruling party, because they could see, wow, if this guy with this party that is not fully structured can give us such a fright. Their major cities, Labour Party won them. I mean, Peter Obi won them in their major cities. So that was why they now became scared. But I must give credit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's a political strategist. He did what he knows how to do best. He infiltrated the Labour camp, planted in some people, allegedly paid off some people to create chaos in that camp. Until now, Labour Party has not recovered from that chaos. Even Peter Obi could not even stay there any longer. That's why he has to leave. Now, him now defecting. I remember the very first time that we had the rumors that he was going to go to ADC, we are like, how could it work? We were like trying to do our permutations with Atiku and all these other old politicians there. What are his chances? The only thing that I do know is this. By now that he has finally declared for ADC, maybe they've had the discussion, because the major candidates there that they may have to contend with is this old juggernaut. Yeah. I would know this man is ready to spend everything he has just to become president of the country. However, if reasoning can prevail, if ADC want to take control of this country in next election, the best option for them is to endorse Peter Obi as their presidential candidate. Any other person, they just told the way of the past. Tinubu can easily manipulate, can easily beat any other person. But if an Obi is a presidential candidate of ADC, it's going to be a tough task. And they know it already. That's why I like what my sister was saying. They are so scared now that they are now running Elter Skelter. And it may be too late for them, because they will still try what they are doing. They will still try to create problem among it. Now, watch it now. They will not try to get moves inside ADC. They will not try to get people inside ADC that will be like working against PO in that party. Just watch it. In the next couple of days, you'll be hearing some little disgruntled things happening inside ADC. Don't be scared. It is the work of the ruling party. They are good at that. But if they can keep it all together, and Peter Obi is the flag bearer for the 2027 election, I think they are going to give APC a run for their money. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Can I quickly? Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sister Moya. I was just going to come to you before. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Brother Dayo. Welcome. Happy New Year to you, sir. So.
Happy New Year to you, ma. Thank you.
Yeah. So on that one, there's already a faction in ADC. I don't know if you already know. There's already a faction for that Tinubu already paid, that been trying to create problems, because I think one of them came out, when the whole thing, when they first formed when this ADC started coming up and all of that, right? One or two people came out and said, that they were not aware the signature they used to get the ADC signatories is not all correct and all of that. And then recently when Peter Obi decamped to ADC, so that same faction came out and said it's illegal. It's an illegal decampment or something like that. So yeah, we already see that. And I also remember in one of I think it was El Rufai's interview where he said, because they asked him the same question, like, ADC, are you not worried about moles or something like that? And I'm paraphrasing what he said in that interview. He said, yeah, there is a way you deal with moles. So I believe that, right now they have a very solid foundation, because I won't say it's so solid, because anything is possible, right? In Nigeria especially, but they've been successful in holding ground in that ADC. Why? Because APC did not see ADC coming. That's the biggest weapon so far in ADC. APC did not see ADC coming. They thought it was SDP. That was where all the focus was on until they announced. When ADC announced that they were going to be the opposition party, right? They still didn't take it seriously. But by then, ADC had already cemented everywhere, because they distracted them to this SDP, and they were focusing on SDP, and the ADC was silently building and building and building. So yeah, and then to add to, the Labour Party conundrum. Now, Labour Party, I'm sorry to say, Abure really missed a great opportunity to write his name in gold. Everything is not about money. I think there's a lesson here, especially for Nigerians, home and abroad, because we see them even abroad acting like money is everything. Money is not everything in life. People is everything. You're chasing shadows when you're chasing money, right? Now, if Abure, nobody knew Labour Party. Labour Party it took me a while to get used to saying Labour Party, because Labour Party was non-existent. Nobody knew the existence of Labour. In fact, the only way I could refer to Labour Party was Papa, Mama, and Pikin. I had to be repeating. Yeah, it's true. Because the people are...
Yes, I remember that their advert, Papa, Mama, Pikin.
Exactly. Papa, put your thumbprint. You know what I mean? So now, for you to have... Somebody did like a graph or an Excel spreadsheet of the progression of Labour Party. Labour Party was more popular, had the greatest number of votes under LP, with it's the 5-point-something million they assigned to Peter Obi. We know it was much more than that. That's the only singular time that Labour Party had some glory in it. For a man like that to have that rare opportunity to write his name in gold, he missed it because of how much? 200 million. What is the value of 200 million today? It's nothing.
It's nothing.
And then Tinubu is still using his head. I saw Arabambi on news, the man that talks without full stop and comma. That's why that's all I could hear in his interview. Talking. You can tell that they're clearly crushed emotionally that Peter Obi made that move. It's a shame. It really is a shame, because I really wanted Labour Party to work for Peter Obi. But all the same, everything happens for a reason. I'm happy that Peter Obi is in ADC right now. We're still watching to see how everything unfolds. We know they're going to have their first initial meeting, the group, and then they will decide or whatever. After that meeting, we'll see. We'll be here now. Now here we're going to talk whether we go take back seats or we'll go dig our heels in. We will know. That's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. All right, welcome, everybody. I see my real fam in the building, Sister Lola. You're welcome. Bilba, yeah, I know. Mama 5, I see all of you. You were enjoying the MFM Bass Boss with Auntie Aduni. And I'm like, man, I can't do this. This is 2026. I don't want to go into this religious Bass Boss. Let me stick with politics this morning. Welcome back, everybody. Shout out to everybody who is watching from Omoye's Corner. I see about 52 people. You're all welcome. Please don't be a stranger. I'm going to take some comment. Hopefully, I can see it. I'm actually looking at Omoye's Corner from my phone, and I have to recognize my brothers there because this is politics. This is about Nigeria, and we got to talk. All right. So Sister Ify, I see you. How you doing? I also see Content Blackberry. How are you doing? Content Blackberry say, either you like it or not, it has happened since 2023 to 2031. Good one. I think you're talking about tinubu there. That's a good one. Marisima said, my sister, I'm also thinking about this VDM, the way he's discourage people online. This is not about VDM, although I don't get what that is all about. But thank you for that comment. Obiajulu, how are you doing? Obiajulu said, oh, shout out to everybody. Okay. All right. Let me also look at some of the comments from my own vertical. Ayodeji Adeoye, how are you doing, sir? Ayodeji said, Reno, Deji Adeyonju and Kenneth Okonkwo are opposed to Peter Obi because PO doesn't reward. Absolutely, I agree with that. And Sister Moye, we have to talk to, can we get to Peter Obi to tell him that they don't play politics with, I don't give shishio. I think Peter Obi should have learned a lot from the last election. I am not saying he should bribe anybody, but this politics of shishi I know they give, it doesn't work in a place like Nigeria. Can you say anything to that, man?
I think that's apparent right now. I think, everybody understands that right now. I don't think the same election that we played in 2022, 2023 is what's going to happen again with Peter Obi. I think he's very much aware of that, right? And, maybe one day when we have the opportunity, even if you also have the opportunity, depending on where you are able to talk to him on social media, yeah, that's the question that should be asked. But I think that's apparent now. You don't need anybody because we need money. We need money for mobilization. For instance, once they announce the candidacy of Peter Obi, or more money, we need money. I don't they put money aside. You understand? Because I know say money because I need to mobilize my own community, my village people. You understand? To gather and get up. You understand? We're going to need money. So, I think it's apparent. I don't know until he speaks, but I think it's apparent now. It's not going to be the same way. We're going to need money. I remember he's in ADC, where there's big money. Big money is going to be needed for mobilization from the grassroots level to whatever level we need it to go. So everybody, when you want new Nigeria, better start saving up. I beg. One, no money is too small. I beg, I beg you now.
Yeah, I see Atlantic. How are you doing? I'm looking at this from Omoye's corner. Atlantic said, everyone is hungry. We know they give shishi no go work. My brother Akene say, PO spent billions in 2023, but need to contribute. PO gave shishi. Well, I'm not too sure of that. But anyway, we're going to come, later we're going to discuss all this logistic of running an election. But first, there is something that is bothering me.
Sorry, UB. Sorry, let me just quickly. Yes, PO did spend billions in the last election. He did. He did put out money. Oh, yeah, he sent a lot. Oh, yeah, the records are out there. He spent billions. I don't know. I can't remember the exact amount now. But it was in billions.
He spend the money appropriately, though.
Yes. Not the way like as they say they do and bribe or those kind. No, that's not how he did it in 2022. It was for mobilization, for a lot of the things that had to do with the election that mattered. So not in the way that you're thinking about. Yes. On that, no, not be the way we think say go spend them as Nigerian political landscape be. No, it wasn't the same way. But he did spend billions. Yes.
Okay, makes sense. All right, before we go into the logistic of politics and running election, there is still one big question, which is the reason why I'm doing this show today. The big question is, why the move to ADC? Now, before I kind of like tell you guys what I'm thinking, let me first of all bring to everybody awareness that immediately Peter Obi declared for ADC, people are already moving to ADC. A lot of guys are moving to ADC massively now. And if APC think this is going to be a walk in the park, they are joking. You know, ADC has, APC rather, if APC think this is going to be a walk in the park, they are joking. You know, APC thought by getting all these governors, you know, defecting to APC, joining APC, they thought that is going to guarantee a win in 2027. I think that would have worked if Peter Obi had not moved to ADC. But now that Peter Obi has moved to ADC, the APC itself, according to the rumor that I heard, they are already struggling. They are already struggling. You know, in each of these states, they used to have APC loyalists, those who have been with the party for a very long time. The defection of these governors to APC is already a bigger problem they have to contend with. Now, Peter Obi moving to ADC is like a grenade in their camp right now. But before we get to that, the same question I asked earlier, why the move to ADC? I just want to know, because in my head, I'm thinking the reason Peter Obi moved to ADC is because they are going to give him the presidential ticket. Anything other than that, I think this is a wrong move. Uncle Dayo, what's your take on this one? Do you think the reason he went to ADC is because they have probably promised him the presidential ticket?
If you remember, the last time when we were having this same discussion as per his chances in the ADC, when he was signifying, when he was trying to say he wants to go there before, but it was not confirmed yet. You know, I think we actually dealt with this with this particular question then. And what was it that why is he going to ADC? And I remember you saying clearly that anything short of him getting the ticket for the presidency, he should not go to that. And I think that was why he left, when it was obvious that Atiku was the first choice, that ADC. You know, Atiku came with the confidence and with the money and with the bragging rights that, you know, as he was already parading himself as the presidential candidate, even though they've not done any primaries. Remember, so Peter Obi has to back down. But now, for him to have declared now, I want to believe that they must have had some discussions and then they must have put some pen to papers to agree that, okay, if this is what you want, you're our best choice, we are going to flag you as our presidential candidate. But my biggest question is, the big juggernauts there may not take it lying low, except, of course, they are going to compensate him with a big offer or something that will make him feel okay about it all. Otherwise, I'm also looking at one thing also, Uncle Beno. This is just my own personal thinking. You know, politics is about strategy and it's about game.
Yeah.
It is possible also that Peter Obi deliberately opted for ADC, knowing fully well that he may meet with some difficulties as per Atiku's candidacy and all. That if at that moment he did not get ADC's presidential ticket, at the last minute he can still move on to SDP. Maybe he has had a secret bargain with them that this is because I remember the same thing happened during the time of this governor, Fashola then, when after the first tenure, AD then, not APC, they did not want to give him ticket for the second time. So he came to us at the Labour Party. And he already, Fashola, yeah.
Okay.
He came to us at the Labour Party then, and he was like, if possibly he did not get the second time ticket, he's going to defect. And then we've already given him the green carpet, but we kept it secret. We were watching. So unfortunately, maybe I think they had it that if this guy should move to the Labour Party, Lagos State, the whole of Lagos State is behind him. They may lose Lagos State. So they gave him the second ticket to be able to run. So politics is about going for your wins. Anywhere you get your wins, I will not be surprised if PO did not get presidential ticket in ADC, and at the last moment he switched over to SDP, and they will give him their ticket.
That would
to
be
me,
stupid.
it is still both way.
That would be stupid of him. I'm sorry.
No, if that's stupid of him, but if you can still get his swing, see, it's not about the party, it's about personality involved. Okay, because I don't know this. I cannot know to what extent Atiku's power is in that ADC. You know, Atiku has everything. He has the money. He has the wherewithal. And he purposely went to ADC because he wanted to become president.
Uncle Dayo.
But yes,
and
sir.
all the people that are watching right now, thank God Omoye is here with us, my lovely sister. Atiku knows he cannot defeat Tinubu. Atiku that cannot defeat Tinubu, who run as a first-time presidential candidate. Now he won't defeat Tinubu. Now where Tinubu be incumbent. Atiku knows he can't. Atiku knows the vast majority of Nigerians don't even support him.
Uncle Beno,
that's why
if I can be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
If I can be honest with you, Atiku knows the game of politics more than me and you. Atiku, see, last election, what made Tinubu won was not because Tinubu was the best candidate, whatever. It was because Tinubu spent more, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
See, for people like Atiku, it's all about how much you can spend, how much people you can get to your side, how much you can be able to maneuver your way with your money. Are you getting me? So they don't see it as a game of people voting for them. It has to do more with how much you can invest to be able to do what you want. And then he did try this last time.
Uncle Daya, I don't think you are looking at this thing from the general perspective of dealing with a political godfather who has money and armies of political loyalists. Right now, the Tinubu they are going to confront this time around is not the Tinubu of 2023. The Tinubu of 2023 has just money and influence. But the Tinubu of this coming election is the Tinubu who has money, influence, and power. Are you getting what I'm saying, sir? Atiku to me don't stand a chance. In fact, Atiku, I don't even get it. You know, okay, even right now, at the North, they're already having an issue that is ongoing. I saw a publication from one Malam who said they want Tinubu to separate the Hausas from the Fulanis. He said they want Tinubu to separate the Hausas from the Fulanis. That if Tinubu can do that for them, if Tinubu can actually give the Hausas their own allocation, their own appointment and everything separated from the Fulanis, that the entire Northerners, they will vote for Tinubu. Now, that is also working against Atiku. So, Uncle Daya, I don't want to agree that Atiku even, right now, I think Atiku is in a weaker position than he was in 2023. And I think that is why they kind of have this private meeting where they look themselves up in the mirror and say, look, we don't stand a chance. The only person that can bring blood, bring energy, bring fire into this ADC right now is to get Peter Obi. And that's why I'm thinking they have probably had a sit down with Peter Obi and tell him, come, we will give you this ticket. Because I think to many of those folks in the ADC, their objective is to just make sure Tinubu is out of power. I think that's just what they are chasing after. Tinubu. So, Uncle Dayo, I'm not agreeing with that point.
No, I don't want you to agree with me, but let me just put my first fact at first. Then maybe you can see from my angle too. Do you know that of late now, the North are very, very angry with Tinubu, which you and I know, for some obvious reasons. And then they are trying to do some backdoor meetings to compensate them. But do you know that Atiku will have the backing of the North if he should come out as president candidate? No. Not because it's the best choice. Okay. No, wait. Not because it's the best choice. Hear me out, please. Not because it's the best choice. But if they not have to choose between Peter Obi and an Atiku, they will choose Atiku. Not because it's better, but because of tribal politics. Now, now that issue that you said earlier on, about chances that he has against PBA. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stand a better chance now to defeat Atiku all over. But remember the ticket that they had before under PDP, Atiku and PO. Why did they lose in that ticket? Why did they lose? They lost simply because Atiku was not well accepted globally because of what, which word will I use? Because of his political history. In fact, I have a friend that calls him Atiku, allegedly. They believe that when Atiku comes into power, his political pedigree is not good. He is not popular because he does not have a good political kind of ambition and vision. It's more like it must like personalize something. Just like our president that believes that it is his turn. Atiku too believe that it is his own turn. They have the same mindset. Now it's my turn to rule. But the chances are that if ADC has agreed for Peter Obi to come on board, that is their best choice. But I want to take the position of look of him, wait and see, because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket only for him again to be discarded. That's why I say, let me take that position.
All right, thank you, Uncle Dio. Let me quickly go to Sister Ife. You know you are my co-host too. You can interject at any time with my sister. But we have Sister Moye, you are the co-host too, so anytime you can come in. Sister Ife is in the building. My brother, my boss, one man went to Mo is also in the building. Hey, this politics, this money go past my power. Baba Mama, how are you doing? But let me hear from Sister Ife first, real quick. And thank you, one man, for that. £2, big money. I blame Sisi. Leave my sister alone, one man. Jaw. All right, Sister Ife. What are your thoughts? Peter Obi moved to ADC. What do you think this signifies for the upcoming election, my sister?
Good evening, good afternoon.
Good evening, Mama.
Good afternoon, Uncle B. Uncle Daria, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sister Ife. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year, my darling sister. Good to have you. Good to hear your voice this brand new year.
We need to talk. Anyway, so this is but let me say something. First of all, Tinubu did not rig the election. Buhari rigged the election for Tinubu because Tinubu wasn't in power when he won the election. So all the manipulations that happened when Buhari was in power. So when Tinubu told you that it is his turn, that was exactly what he meant, because he believed, or rather he helped Buhari to get into power. So he believed that he would do the same for him. Because if you tell me that the election, we all know, of course, we know all what happened with this election. Yeah. We know that this election was rigged. We know that these numbers were falsified. If not, how can you tell me that the machines or the beavers were down, but you were able to produce the numbers? How did you get the numbers? Anyway, let's not even forget about it. Why are the APC panicking? Why are they panicking about Peter Obi? They're not worried about Atiku. You know why? Because they know that Atiku is not a threat. Atiku will not even win the northern election votes next if they come next election. He will not. He doesn't have that population, even though he's a northerner. But that does not mean that he's gonna win this. Get more votes. He will not. My only concern with him is him buying the delegates in order for him to be the ADC flag bearer. But unfortunately, if that happens, it means that Tinubu is going to win the 2027 election. No doubt about it. Let us understand that Tinubu wasn't the president and he, won the election by rigging. Now that he has an election, we have a bigger work to do because they're going to do everything possible to rig this upcoming election. Tinubu is not going to win by votes. He's going to win by rigging. So it is up to the Nigerians to say, listen.
Sister Boye, Sister Ife, Tinubu supporters will disagree with you.
It's okay. They have every right. They have every right. But let us have free and fair election in this country called Nigeria and see by 12 noon and see if Tinubu will not be in Ikoyi. Let us have a free or fair election. I heard a lot of people saying, oh, Peter Obi doesn't give out money or what. Is this the better Nigeria that we want to build? What is it about buying votes? What is it about bribery in order to get? Is this how we want to build our future? All of us that live in the diaspora, we go and vote. Nobody buy anything. Nobody try to give us money in order for us to vote for. Nobody. So this is, we need to remove this mindset, especially people back in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If you want a future Nigeria, if you want a better Nigeria, you need to reset your brain. If Peter Obi doesn't win, get this thing, forget about it. 2027 is done and dusted. And that's why they did everything they could to destabilize the LP and to destabilize the PDP. They succeeded. So they were confused what's going to happen because they thought, Peter Obi keeps saying that he's still a card member of LP. So they were thinking that, okay, he's going to remain there. But the selfishness and the greediness that is in Aburi and Aripampa, whatever his name is, it took them on away. Now nobody's going to talk about LP anymore. Everybody's talking about ADC. And why is everybody talking about ADC? It's because of Peter Obi. Even if they have a free and fair election between Atiku and Peter Obi, Atiku might only get 20% of the votes. He knows within himself, I'm not God. I'm not prophesying. But Atiku will not win the election. Let us understand. How old is Atiku? Atiku is 80-something. Tinubu told us that he's 70-something, but we know that Tinubu is heading to 90. So anybody can agree and disagree with me. It's okay. It's not about sentiments. And it's not because I am evil. No. It's not because I want Peter Obi to win. No. It's all because even if Peter Obi is not there, but somebody better than Peter Obi, whether the person is Yoruba, Hausa, Tifi, wherever the person is, I will support the person because I want a better Nigeria. If we continue to move the way we are moving right now, I believe, and I see it, that Nigeria is on the verge of disintegration. What has never happened in the history of Nigeria is happening under this regime. I call it regime. I don't call it government because to me, this is a military government, right? If you say that we're going to start paying tax and not providing anything for the citizens, I'm not against paying tax. But all the things we have never imagined that is going to happen in our country is happening today. And it's not even happening for good reasons. They are happening because of the bad policies or bad choices this government has made. So with that said, I'm just so curious. I'm just worried about what Atiku is going to do. Atiku is supposed to be resting at this point. He's supposed to be like a godfather, just like Buhari, just, trying to support one or two people. But for him to say that he's going to be the president of Nigeria, he was vice president. Can Atiku tell us what happened to the money that was given to him, if I'm not mistaken, about, did they say 16 billion or 20-something billion dollars for electricity? He cannot account for that. I understood that Atiku is the person who is the highest or number one person who import generator to Nigeria, right? So when you're talking about corruption, if you ask me, I will even say Atiku is more corrupt than Tinubu. I'm sorry to say that. If you ask me, so I don't know what Tinubu is.
You are correct, my sister. You are correct.
Okay? I don't know what Atiku is going to offer us now, just that he wants to be the president, but he doesn't have anything to offer us. So it's up to Nigerians to rise up. If Peter Obi becomes the flag bearer, you have to rise up. Look, the people holding Nigeria hostage, they're not even up to 5,000 people holding this country of almost 300 million people hostage. Okay? So imagine if 2 million people rise against these 5,000 people. You don't know what they're going to do. Forget about, people being angry and think it's a tribal war or religious war. It is not a tribal war because when you go to buy bread, nobody asks you what tribe are you. When you go to buy fuel, nobody asks you what tribe are you. We are using the same currency. It is under this administration that I see that Naira is nothing now. Everybody's using dollar as if it's our currency.
Yeah, that is
how did we get here? This is the question. Everybody's fighting one person. I haven't seen anybody attack Atiku. It's all about P2B. So what is it about P2B that they are afraid of? He's telling me, and they know, Tinubu knows within himself that he did not win the election. So that's why he's trying to make Nigeria one party system. If not, why are you telling everybody to come to APC? If you know that you really, for the next 4 years, that you have worked and the people of Nigerians are very happy with your policies, just leave us, let us have free and fair election. Let us re-elect you again to be our president. No, but because he knows that he hasn't done anything, that's why he wants to recruit all the governors so that they can help him rig the election. That's all it is. So they're going to keep all the INEC officials in all the states owned by the APC so that they can announce the result. That is the card they are playing. But again, it's up to Nigerians to make that decision and say, hey, we're going to let him win the election. But if Tinubu ever wins the second election, the suffering we are suffering now is just the beginning. It's just introduction. We haven't even done introduction. So Nigerians, be one, open your eyes, shine your eyes, put religious differences aside, put tribal differences aside. If you still want this country called Nigeria, unless you want everybody to go their separate ways, then, that's fine. But if you still want us to be under one country called Nigeria, then we need to rise up. This administration, I have never seen anything good, unless if anybody here has ever benefited, anybody, ordinary citizen on the street, has ever benefited anything from this government, because I have not. The Nigeria I met last year is worse than the Nigeria I met when I went in November. It is worse. So imagine, since this government took over, there is nothing good I can tell you that has ever come out of this government. So,
all right, Sister Ify. Yeah, Sister Ify, please hold on. I'll come back to you. There is somebody on the line right now. Can you hear me, sir? Hello. Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Say that again.
Yeah, my name is Ayodeji.
Oh, Mr. Ayodeji, how are you doing?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
This great work you are doing, sir.
All right, thank you.
I wish the last speaker almost said it all. But I almost didn't want to call in any longer because I feel, what else do I want to say? Because so if we want Nigeria to experience a real change, a kind of narrative about our country, Nigeria has come down so low. It has gone so low, and it's very shocking that I saw the power of tribalism. In fact, tribalism seems not to even know people who go to school. In fact, I'm sorry to say this. I'm so sure if any other tribe, when is in power like this, and then things have gone this, good in quotes with Nigeria, the Yorubas will have come out. They are very good at activism, protest. But you can imagine the way everyone is quiet. Almost all the Yorubas are quiet. I'm sorry, I'm a Yoruba man. I'm from Ile-Ife. And I know us very well. No, I'm just saying the truth.
All right,
I'm just saying the truth. It's not personal. Okay. It's not personal because let me tell you, I was in Nigeria when the 2023 election was on, and then myself and my family, and then I'm still going back for this one coming now. Okay. And we adopt I'm trying to let people know that we can adopt each word. If it just takes me to spend maybe $1,000 or less, I know I will take care of people that will fit instead of politicians feeding them. I will tell them, vote your conscience. I'm not campaigning for anybody. Vote instead of politicians buying them. I have that plan. I will make the snacks, the sober drink. I will give some people money to do that. jollof rice. Instead of politicians buying them, I will do it for them. I will have been around a month before. I will let them know. I wish other people who want Nigeria will adopt that kind of strategy. Go to your ward. We have 190,000 wards in Nigeria, 189,000 plus, 189,000 polling units, rather. You know, you can imagine. I know that Nigerians are in diaspora. They can throw away $1,000. I know men, if they really want to change, they can go into that. If you really want to change, if you really want a place where we can go back and be proud of, we should commit our money. Commit.
But my brother, sorry to cut you there. I see what you're saying.
I've
but
said enough.
Before we even get to that point of discussing people voting their conscience and all of that, at least we need to have a credible candidate first. What are your thoughts regarding Peter Obi moving to the ADC?
Yeah, my own thought is everyone knows, except we want to, everyone knows that if there's no difference between Atiku and Tinubu when it comes to Nigerian politics, we know. Why I did not vote for Tinubu or Atiku when the last election was because I know they have a lot of connections. They know so many politicians. And every one of these politicians will be expecting rewards. And that means we still have a lot of people trying to make us dry again. Only Peter Obi was the one that didn't have a lot of these kind of politicians around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he will be free. Because if as a politician you will be committed, we go into alignment with everybody, even with demons, with anybody. So if ADC wants a real change in Nigeria, if they want a real change in Nigeria, they can't try Atiku. If they do Atiku, it means we begin to pray again for Nigeria. Maybe God has no answer there.
Right. Thank you very much. Before I let you go, sir, if you have to vote between, if this comes down to Tinubu and Atiku, who would you vote for?
If it comes down to Tinubu and Atiku, there is no election. People will lose interest. The only reason why you see people participating still open is Peter Obi. So if it comes down to Atiku,
you wouldn't encourage your people in the grassroots or back in your hometown to vote for anybody?
I won't live where I am. I will just pray that God, one day you help us in Nigeria. That would be my final say.
All right.
One day you help us in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time. I see somebody is calling from California, but I want to hear my boss take first before I come to you. Uncle One Man, my baba, my egbon, my bros. I know this is your arena now. So please tell me, boss. Sorry. Let's just hold on with the call first. I want to hear One Man take, and then I'll go back to the phone call. One Man, baba. Please, sir. I know we have this conversation on your platform every day. Please, anybody, if you are interested in Nigerian politics, you want to be updated on what's going on, go and subscribe to One Man Went to More and subscribe to Omo Yes Corner. These two platforms, they bring politics in Nigeria to us every day. In fact, sometimes they do 2 shows in a day. Please watch every episode, subscribe to the platform, and they are friendly platform. You can always express yourself. Nobody is coming for you. So, Baba One Man, please.
Thank you, Uncle Benno. Look at that. Taking the need of ballet.
You are my boss now. I need to shout out to my boss.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Benno, and good day to your panel. Good day to your audience, and congratulations for the excellent work you're doing. I watch all the time, and it's a real delight. But
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, but to the politics, you know, they say if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. You know, and I'm not speaking particularly to anything anybody has said on the platform or whatever. I'm speaking to subsisting narratives already. So all these narratives of Tinubu rigged his way into the government. You know, there was rigging all the way through, by the way. All of the major candidates rigged, outside of maybe Prince Adewale, Adebayo, Omoyele Sowore, etc. Everyone else rigged, and they're documented enough to tell us that everybody rigged. But
you were saying Peter Obi also rigged?
Well, come off it now. You follow politics, so let's not even.
I want to understand, because when they went to court,
we have seen people being beaten in. We have seen people in the southeast being forcefully thumb printed. Yeah, all of these things, you know, we've seen money exchange. We've got all the clips now, so it played out in real time. So even Peter Obi will not say that he did not rig. You know, it's the quantum of the rigging.
Can you show us one clip, please?
No. So I can show you. I've played it countlessly, and I'll send copies to Beno.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So
okay, and videos, not copies. Videos.
No. Of course, videos. I'll send the videos. So forget all that now. It's playing out in real time, you know. So and if you are saying that Peter Obi, it has to be a convoluted thing to arrive that Peter Obi was rigged out of a victory. Because Peter Obi, I think memory fails, but Peter Obi actually came third, significantly so to Atiku Abubakar. You know, so it's two leaps to take Peter Obi in that election to the presidency. But let's leave that. So Peter Obi now joining the ADC, that tells us one thing and one thing only. He has subordinated his ambition to Atiku Abubakar. That is all that tells us. So why am I saying this?
Oh, that's what you see, my boss?
No. I'll tell you how I arrived there.
Okay, sir.
Earlier on, early to mid last year, we saw a lot of Atiku movements around the Nigerian political space. We saw him go to Osogbo to go and meet Rauf Aregbesola. When he had that meeting, they would release clips. Aregbesola even had traditional drum beaters welcome Atiku. If you want the clips, I'll send them in. He went to the Middle Belt to go and meet David Mark. The clips are out there. A series of all manners of meetings with El Rufai and then Rotimi Amechi. All of these things were there. And then the culmination of all of that was then the ADC is not a new party, but to all intents and purposes, it is a new party because it now has Nigerian political juggernauts in that space. So to all intents and purposes, this ADC vehicle is an article, not an article creation so much, but an article put together. We played out in real time. We all saw it play out. Aregbesola is an Atiku man. I don't think Aregbesola either has any fixed opinion on Peter Obi. He doesn't really especially care, but he especially cares about Atiku. I don't think he especially David Mark. So the structures of the ADC were put together by Atiku. So that's one. And then Atiku is in his late 70s officially, probably in his early 80s in real time. And the last throw of the dice of what Atiku has been chasing for about 2-3 decades is 2027. So this is his last chance. So that's another thing.
Woman, you are insinuating that Atiku is not going to yield for Peter Obi?
Not on hell or high. Think about it now. Think about it. The guy has been pursuing this thing. How many cycles has Atiku gone? This is his last window. After it's now or never for Atiku. Why would he think about it now logically?
It makes sense like that.
That's why I started with that. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Think about.
See, one man, it makes sense like that, sir. But are you also aware of the fact that I don't think Atiku will fool himself thinking he got a chance against tinubu?
But look, listen, Uncle Beno, Atiku is not on a rescue Nigeria mission. He's not. Atiku is not on a mission of Peter Obi is better than Tinubu. Tinubu is better than Peter Obi. He's not. Atiku is on a mission of I want to be president. I think you know that. I think we all know that. Atiku is not interested in you.
I agree.
Atiku is not interested in the betterment or failure of anything. He wants that title. He has pursued it all the way through. So he's not giving anything to Peter. We know that now. So Peter, okay. Let's go with what we know rather than what we wish for. Let's go with what we know.
It's not a matter of which. I just think that if you look at the game in Nigeria right now, sir, one man, if you look at what's going on in Nigeria, I think Tinubu had already made a mistake by showing his opponent how he was going to move when it comes to 2027 election. Because all those party destructions and infiltrating every party, getting governors, coming to Apc and everything, I think the ADC are using that to their advantage. And I think the reason Peter Obi went back to ADC this time around is they actually asked him to come. Because the only person who can give Tinubu a run for his money is Peter Obi, not Atiku. That's what I'm saying, sir. And I'm thinking Peter Obi going to ADC is for Atiku and his gang to use him in order to unseat Tinubu. So I don't think Atiku is not aware of the fact that if they put Atiku and Tinubu on the ballot, sir, in a free and fair election, Tinubu will beat Atiku hands down. If they put both of them on the ballot in a ring and win election, Tinubu will kick Atiku ass. That's my take. So I think
Amechi will even beat Atiku.
So I think the reason that's how Obi is going to ADC is because they know Peter Obi is the only guy who can actually give Tinubu a real run for his money. If all these other guys, the team, they are behind him. But over to you,
that's quaint in theory, but not very in fact. They've only really brought in Peter Obi in for his numbers. That's all. Let me tell you the script as it's going to play out. They will have what purports to be some sham of a primary. Atiku, as always, we get that ticket. Atiku will tell the Peter Obi space that he's going to run for one term and then help Peter Obi get the presidency in 2031. And that is the script that they're going to play. But anybody that is just wild thinking. It's almost crazy to think that Peter Obi, come off it now. Rotimi Amechi is there, by the way.
I need to butt in here. Can I put in a word?
Go ahead.
Okay. So what is...
Woman, shall you allow Omoye to come in here?
Of course, it's a conversation now.
Okay.
Yes.
Omoye,
so, yeah, thank you very much. So what is wild, right, is the assumption that Tinubu will even have a chance in 2027. And if we're talking about memory fails, I think, APC supporters have memory failure 100% of the time. Everybody saw how the election played out in 2023. Tinubu was kicked in the butt, in the behind by Peter Obi. Tinubu bought, he even said it. This is not allegedly. It is on video where Tinubu said he paid for the presidency. Come on now. Are we joking, right? He paid for the presidency, he bought it, okay? So if you're saying institutionally, yes, the people he bought it from, the Fulani hegemony that he bought the presidency from, they helped him to rig the election. That's why they declared it midnight when you and I were busy sleeping. So for anybody to now come and say, oh, you're trying to, tell us how it's going to play out in ADC for Peter Obi, I think it's pretty disingenuous. You should speak to us. Excuse me, sir. Mr. Woman, please let me land. Now, you were talking since I didn't say anything because I was waiting for you to land, but you hadn't landed and I didn't want to interrupt you. So please, can you also extend that same courtesy to me?
Carry on.
Thank you. So, I mean, what, Mr. Warman, what you should be telling us, I think your focus really in this conversation should be telling us what you believe, what Tinubu has done in order for us as a collective to believe in his second term. Because I tell you this, let me give you this, right? If, like you said, Atiku will be presented as a candidate of ADC, and this is just an example, I'm supporting Tinubu for second term. That's how much I don't trust an Atiku presidency. And you are right when you say that Atiku is very corrupt, right? And we all know what the role Atiku has played in the political landscape in Nigeria, right? In that regard, we're on the same side. But it will be disingenuous for you to come and, first of all, unless you're absolutely 100% sure that election, wait now, God, please, I beg, let me land, please, let me land. I don't like interjections, so that we can have a smooth conversation here, right? Yeah, but I asked and you allowed. If you didn't allow it, I've kept my mouth shut, trust me. Okay, so please, I beg, let me take my time. And by the way, I'm the co-host, so I can butt in when I want. So now, thank you very much, Mr. Beno, for announcing that. Otherwise, I will not get this liver when I get now. So, so the what you should be spending your time telling us, because for your candidate, his presidency is dangling on a thin line. But maybe he probably doesn't even have there's no way forward for him in 2027. So tell us what Tinubu has been able to achieve. And it's quite disingenuous for you to say that election was rigged in favor of Peter Obi. Please, if you're not sure about that, don't just shoot from the hip. Present facts. That's what we deal with here. Show us pictures. Tell us exactly where and in what polling unit that you saw that happen. And I wanted to quickly use the opportunity to correct another statement here. When wait now, I still be co-host to wait. I beg, not verse, Oga.
I'll come to you.
Thank you very much. I don't say the pain. I understand. Now,
I don't have the time. I just wanted to speak.
Me said not get time. That's what you do, sir. Please let me finish, please, sir, I beg. So when if he was talking, if he said that. If he was making a comment about Nigerians, we should get out of the mindset of election vote buying and stuff like that. But need I remind you that Nigerians voted overwhelmingly for Peter Obi, and he did not give shishi. Let's not forget that when we're saying making those comments. I get what you're trying to say, Ify, but let's not forget that Nigerians gave their vote. Majority gave their votes to Peter Obi. I yield. Thank you very much.
Okay, please let us allow one man to complete his thought. He's my boss and he's a platform owner. And thank you, Omoye. Omoye is still my co-host today, please. She knows more about how they are doing a lot of these political juggunus in Nigeria. And I'm always enjoying her too. So please, make una no verse. Mona just at least indulge me for today. One man, please, sir. Go ahead.
Beno, it's very important that you let contrary opinions have air too for balance. They don't have to be beaten down. Let them have expression, and then let the audience come to their intelligent conclusions on what actually really stands to reason or logic. That's really how it balances. It's not just hammering them down. But I've even lost my flow. But let me just conclude with this. Politics is about pragmatism. The ticket likely to be Atiku Peter Obi in 2027, but that is never a winning ticket because the vote of the North is going to go to Tinubu. Oh, so why is the vote of the North going to go to Tinubu? The vote of the North is going to go to Tinubu because the political stakeholders in the North, they also have presidential ambitions. I'm talking about Kashim Shettima, Babagana Zulum, even the PDP man, Bala Mohammed, all of the power bases in the North, they also have presidential ambitions. And they know that if Atiku comes in, the moment Tinubu won that election in 2023, it was always going to serve 8 years because the permutations changed. And all of these governors defecting now is the pragmatism of post-2027 politics that they're playing to. So that's just the pragmatism of it. The Northerners will vote for Tinubu. There's only actually no, just let me speak and leave.
Go ahead, sir. It's just funny when you say Northerners will vote for Tinubu. I'm just thinking, this is just like a prediction. So my brain was just going like, really? But go ahead, sir.
Let me. Sorry, I didn't realize it was you chuckling. So you can chuckle, of course. You're the host. Let me tell you why the Northerners are going to vote for Tinubu. There's a pattern to Northern voting. They vote in grids. They vote in blocks, and the vote is usually influenced by the power bases, the imams, the serikis, and all of these are the people that control the votes in the north. So you don't even have to canvass the individual votes. You have to canvass the power block votes. That's always been the voting pattern of the north. And the pragmatism, as I just described, it lends to Tinubu returning, because then power transits then to a new phase in the north in 2031 instead of Atiku. And if you also look at, there are only 5 governors left in the PDP, only 1 governor in Labour Party, and that's it. Out of the 36 governors, 30 governors are with the ruling party, all of the structures and infrastructures. So there is no pathway, and there is no narrative even gaslighting. Are you still going to be doing price of bread or price of petrol in 2027 when the people are already onboarded to the journey that the country is on?
Can I ask you something? One man,
okay, carry on. Yes, if it's you, I'm always delighted to hear from you. Yes, go on.
How are you?
I'm good. I saw your journey to Nigeria on Rudolph's. You were doing your usual doomsday apostasy. Everything is woe. Maybe one day you actually make a joyful contribution. You're such an eloquent speaker. We need more joy from you, Ife. But carry on.
Okay, let me ask you something. So you think that, why is Tinubu afraid? And what do I mean by that? If Tinubu has done well for Nigeria, he doesn't need to try to get other governors to come under APC. Let me tell you something. If you're contesting for an election or re-election, now he's contesting for re-election. And if he has done well, he's not worried about whether he's going to win Edo, whether he's not going to be worried about the other opponents. But what Tinubu is doing, which everybody's clear, I know you're a clear supporter of Tinubu. I'm not a supporter of anybody. I am a supporter of one Nigeria and let Nigeria work for everybody. Because at the end of the day,
you've abandoned Biafra.
Let me tell you, if you ask me, right, at this point, we don't have a country. Let me make it clear to you. If you think we do have a country, we don't. Anybody that tells you that we have a country in Nigeria is just honestly, they are deceiving themselves. Because you live in London, I live in Nigeria, right? Can you tell me one thing? I don't want to deviate from the question I want to ask you. Can you tell me one thing that you can say that is working in Nigeria? It's not electricity. I just left Nigeria I came back in December 15th, right? The Nigeria I left last year, or rather in January, is worse than the Nigeria I met when I went in November and came back in December, okay? So let's understand that clearly. We don't have a country as I'm talking to you. I have never seen any country, a United States invade, because I call it invasion at this point, come to our country and do what they did, right? Even though a lot of us supported that, right? I have never seen Nigeria under this, the terrorism as it is today, under this government. I know you support them, but you tell me one thing you can say, because you're making it look at, we've moved past the petrol. Everybody has agreed that we have to buy petrol at this particular price. But the question is, how does it affect ordinary citizens? You are in the UK, you can afford anything you can, if you want. But go as a ordinary citizen in your village, from your town or your relations who are struggling, because you can't tell me that you don't have relations that are struggling, unless you come from a wealthy family. I did not come from a wealthy family. I come from a poor family, so I know what poverty is all about. I know how my people are struggling. So if you're telling me that Nigerians have moved past the issue of petroleum, that means you're not telling yourself the truth. Can you tell me one thing you are benefiting or your family is benefiting from this administration? Secondly, why is Tinubu afraid? Why is he getting anybody to make Nigeria one system of government, one party system of government, which was something that has never happened? Why is Tinubu trying to support his friends or compensate his friends by giving them political appointment? I mean, everything about this government is shady. Again, like I said, I am not in support of any, I'm not a fan of anybody. The only person I'm in support of is somebody that can fix this country called Nigeria, because I want to go home. I don't want a situation where I come to the airport and somebody will hold me hostage that I must pay in order to carry my dry fish and go through the airport. I don't want that government. I want a government that I had maybe 20 years ago, which is even better than what we have today. Now we're talking about Buhari administration is even better than. Did we ever imagine that we'll be saying something like that in 2026? That Buhari, let us go back to the time of Buhari. Nobody ever imagined that we'll be saying it today. So you tell me, you the supporter, tell me one thing you can say that all of us here on this platform can agree at least 80% that this administration has done for us.
All right, Brilliant. I'll be a lot briefer than the question. Even the Bible says the poor will always be amongst us. So that some people are of a lower economic bracket is a fact of life. It's part of the rhythms of life. So that there are poor people, there will always be poor people. But does the circumstances of the country vest hardship on the people? Yes, it does. Is it as a consequence of this particular administration? No, it isn't, because we know the backdrop to what has led us here. Are the improvements there? Are the policies being pursued by this particular administration? Are they the right policies to put the country on a firm footing and ensure that where we were coming from is not where we will ever go back to again? I think universally, independently, everybody will agree that that is the case. All of the building blocks, all of the foundational works that has never existed in that country is being put in place now. I will say, actually, with this particular administration, this is the first time. This is ground zero. This is the first president that that country has yet had. And if he completes that 8 years, it will probably be the greatest president that our country has ever had. So all of the data tell us that. But to your individual experience is not a universal experience, you know? So, but there is hardship in the country. That hardship is starting to ebb back a bit. Are people that are able to live a life of abundance? No. Are people starving on the streets? No.
One man.
Wow. Yes. One man. I mean, listen to
one man.
The balance.
When you get off this program, listen to yourself. Listen to what
I listen to myself now. I say it every day. Now I'm not saying anything.
All right, well, thank you.
But let me bail and listen in the background. I just wanted to infuse a little bit of
thank you.
contrary opinion to what seems to be pass the baton in some sort of. I'm not saying you are propagandizing, no, but you all seem to be singing from the same hymn sheet. But let me bail, listen in the background.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, woman.
Number one fan, I throw a salute.
Thank you, my boss.
You're always my brother, one man. We are not fighting. Trust me.
My brother, one man. Let me read some comment real quick, and then we will continue with the conversation. I'm going to start reading comment from Omoye's Corner. In case you don't know, we are streaming to multiple platforms. Oh my God. Hello, who am I speaking with?
Please, I would like to speak over what one man said. Am I given the floor?
Can you do that in like just 1 minute? Because we're about to move to another segment. But go ahead.
Yeah.
You called earlier, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, I was going to call my brother from California, but go ahead. Just give us
Let me have my few seconds.
Go ahead.
I just believe I just believe that now Nigeria has gone so low as never before. Nigerians are being asked not to come to America. I don't think anyone should rejoice over that. This present governor and president rather could not manage ECOWAS, just ECOWAS. You know, the list, we can't just list it, the failure of this leadership. Then Yoruba says the weekend that will be good, we know by Friday.
Yep.
If you are going to go to a party or you are going to enjoy your weekend, probably you check your pocket by Friday and find out that, oh, by tomorrow I will enjoy tomorrow. This, you know, a lot of people just want to frustrate. They just, you know, sometimes not all of us. Some people enjoy being, you know, there's a right way to say it. They just want to be devil's advocates, and you know, they just want to talk to frustrate us. But we should understand them when they talk. That's the one man. Thank you.
All right, thank you, my brother. All right, thank you very much. Let me get my brother from California. He stay on the line, but because I have one man and Sister Moya speaking, I don't want to like cut them. So please give me just a seconds to get him back on the line. We're gonna have a lot of conversation around this topic anyway. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, this is UB. I'm calling you from Uncle Benoit and the Roof Farm. You were on the line earlier, so I promise I will call you back. Who am I speaking with, sir?
Yes, my name is Nonso.
Nonso, are you calling from where?
I'm calling from California.
Yeah, the rich people. Una can't spoil our Texas for us. Bros, after the show, me and you go fight. But what are your contributions, sir?
Yes, thank you so much for the show. I just wanted to add to what you guys have been saying. You know, I've listened. I mean, I didn't start from the beginning, but you know, I've listened and I heard what everybody's saying. I just wanted to add to what I think people be thinking by getting into ADC, right?
Okay, thank you for that.
So, yes, so from 2023. You know, if we learned anything from 2023, I know we learned that Labour Party didn't have structure as much as APC and PDP, correct?
Yes.
So now, for P2B, he has already seen that PDP is pretty much decimated, and Labour is in that form as well, right?
Yeah.
So his only option is nothing but ADC. Now, going into ADC, I believe he has 3 calculations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Anambra State. You know, I was in Nigeria when he was governor before I left. You know, so I think in his head, what he's thinking is, one, either I'm gonna be in the ballot as the presidential candidate, right? Or 2, I'm gonna stay in here for political relevance, which means if he doesn't get the ticket, he's just gonna stay in the back, right? Till whenever it gets to his turn, whether it's 2031 or 38, I think, right? No, I mean, I'm being serious.
How old will he be at the time?
He'll be maybe like 72, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was almost 80, right? And he's walking about fine, right? How old is Tinubu? We don't even know, but we know he's in his 80s, right?
Okay.
So we are just trying to be realistic here, right? So I think those are his calculations, you know, and because he knows that leaving ADC is not an option in 2027. There is no party in Nigeria right now that has structure as much as APC, right?
Yeah.
Besides PDP and Labour Party. So P2B cannot go to Accord. He cannot go to ZLP or any other mushroom party. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either he gets the ticket or he stays there for political relevance till whenever it gets to him, whether it's when he gets back to the South or, something like that. I think, those are pretty much what he's going to do.
But my brother, I would like to say this. I'm an obedient myself, but just like Pat Utumi said, I'm going to say the same thing. If Peter Obi going to ADC, it's not because they promise him they're going to give him the presidential ticket. I have to admit, I am no longer interested in whatever Peter Obi is doing. I just have to be candid. In fact, Peter Obi can as well follow the rest of these bad eggs and let them go to blazes. If the reason for him going back to ADC is just for him to know fully well he's not going to be the presidential flag bearer, but rather for him to just be there for political relevance, I'm sorry. That would be a huge disappointment. Sister Moye, do you want to say anything? I still have my brother from California on the phone. Hello, Sister Moye.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sis. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Brother Ben. We're on the same thought process here, because the reason why we're even hearing so much about ADC now and it's becoming more and more popular is because of one singular factor, and that is Peter Obi. Exactly. Nothing else. So let's not kid ourselves, so that they will know and be aware that we're insistent. We cannot continue to always put our best behind just because we have some people who have unending ambition. We can't do that. We need to move forward. We have generations to think about. It can't be stuck at the geriatric stage in Nigeria, where we're always succumbing to 80s, 90s people. For instance, now the secretary of your federation is 70-something years old. How does that even make sense? And he's marrying a new wife. Hello? We can't continue in that trajectory, So it's either we decide as a people, right, if we want to remain under that geographical location called Nigeria, we either get our acts together and know exactly what we're doing, because the world is leaving us behind, or everybody answer their father's name. It's not that hard. Let everybody, we cannot continue to allow 1% of the people to dictate to the rest of us what we need to be doing. If it wasn't for, I'm even happy everything is playing out the way it's playing out, because we would not have known the real intentions of most of these politicians. Imagine you're sitting down and your country is part of an Islamic organization, not one, not two, there's so many of them that they belong to that you and I don't even know. You're only finding out on social media that your country is supporting one extreme Islamic organization or the other. Yeah. Let's get serious. We can't continue like that. So I agree with you. I'm on the same page with you on that, Brother Ben.
My brother from California just mentioned something right now, which is why I wanted you to quickly help me. Maybe I'm seeing it from the same lens as you. I don't know. So my brother from California said, it seemed like the reason Peter Obi went to ADC is because if they don't end up giving him the ticket, he might just stay in the background, because right now I agree with my brother from California that ADC seems to have more structure than any other political party. Fine. But that Peter Obi going to ADC, in order for him to say, if I don't get the presidential ticket, I will just sit back and wait until 12 years from now. Because I can even see this one coming from Kola, from Omoye's corner. Kola said, nobody can be serious that he will just hang around waiting for his turn in 12 years. Sister Omoye, what are your thoughts about that? Like, I want me, my brother from California, I hear this one. How can somebody wait 12 years just to be political relevance?
Peter Obi has already said he's retiring I think, well, I can't remember exactly. I think it's 4 years' time. He wants to retire. He doesn't even want to be a part of this. So the thought of him remaining there like a sitting duck for 12 years because our politics, he can't, this life can't do. I don't see it happening. Do you understand? I totally and completely reject that. I don't even see Peter Obi doing that. The man has more things, important things to worry about. He's not the one that created Nigeria. Not being, if he can't buy on top of una matter, since una no one hear word. You understand? He's already made an announcement that he was going to retire after, I think, 4 years or so, right? Now, the idea of him sitting there and waiting, they don't lie. If that is the case, well, for me, I'm trying to hold back a lot of things. I don't want to just come out and say, because I'm also waiting on him. I'm waiting for them to have their first meeting. I don't know what the first meeting is called, where they have their gathering and they talk and the whatever move they need to move. That's what I'm waiting for. Everybody has expressed their concern as to, okay, it's you we want, right? My own stance remains, and I disagree with the brother from California completely. There's no way Peter Obi is going to sit down 12 years. They wait for Atiku to finish your ambition. Lie. Let me tell you, when in the initial stage when we heard Peter Obi was having coalition talks with ADC, we didn't know that Peter Obi was part of the coalition from day one. We only found out recently. We didn't know. He kept it under wraps, right? Now, the moment we heard that, Peter Obi is having coalition talks with ADC shut up. Like everybody was talking about ADC. Everywhere it was ADC. The moment we started having doubts that it be like say, hey, are you people wanting to do boju for us? We will not allow it. The talk of ADC started going down. If they don't need a soothsayer, in case they are going to consult with Babalawo, they don't need a soothsayer or Babalawo to tell them that this man is your glory. If you do not, this man is the ticket, is the one that will give you the power. If Atiku wants to continue to remain relevant, we will be saying, Atiku is one of the fathers of politics in Nigeria. This is his time to do it. And sit out as a godfather and be a kingmaker. And say, for the fact that Atiku stood back and allowed his people to move forward, we forever salute him. He can choose that. But if the other way, they want to now do the same way they've been playing politics all these years, everybody should just enter. Me, I go withdraw. I go sit down, look, now be monkey business. I really want to quickly touch on what one man, I know he's gone, what he said.
Hold on, my sister. Make I let my brother go. So my brother from California, you heard that, right?
Yes. Let me add one more thing, please, before I go.
Okay.
We all know that if Peter Obi comes out today and says that if he doesn't get the ticket, right, he's going to stay back and wait for 12 years. We all know that if he says that, what's going to happen? If he doesn't get the ticket, everybody's going to relax. Nobody's going to look his way anymore. So these are things he will never mention to you. You see what I'm saying? He would rather float that he's going to retire because this is what's going to make everybody to rush out to try to vote for him and get him out. You understand? This is psychological game that he's going to play with people. Mark my words.
All right.
If people this next 4 years, he's going to stay in the back in ADC unless any other relevant party is going to come up. He's going to leave and get into that party. Remember, politics is all about interest. Peter has been like 4 or 5 parties already. He doesn't care. As long as he gets that ticket, I'm obedient. But I know whatever that is going to get him that ticket, that's where he's going to go. And however he's going to hold his obedience in order for them to stay in his corner till he gets to where he's going to do that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I really
delay is dangerous. Sorry.
Go ahead, Sister Moye.
Delay is dangerous. It is Peter Obi now. This is his time. Everything, the universe is colluding for Peter Obi. If he misses this opportunity and now backs down for an Atiku because he wants to stay there. There's no guarantee that the obedience will be in his corner for 12 years. You cannot hold people to ransom for 12 freaking years because you are thinking, oh, 12 years, we hold on, we perch by the tree and be waiting. Me, I don't know what will happen next year. Even the 2027, if another candidate come out, I'm never even sure. Another candidate will just come out now for another party where he carry fire for head and he gets the momentum where Peter Obi gets. I don't come out now be that now. And then people are not telling me, Atiku wants to come out and run. It's over now, game over. If that happens, I will tell you now straight up. If it happens that Peter Obi now say, it's brother. Before they finish that sentence, I don't switch off phone. I don't delete the number. I don't erase everything. I'm telling you facts. If now one coconut party, now the person come out where he carry fire for head, Oshano Wale, he get the attitude, the audacity, and he get he even not get all the transformational vision where Peter Obi gets, but he get them and he get the right people around that, and we dey with her. Otilo. That's it. Peter Obi will go down as, he's the one that came to open the eyes of Nigerians. He's the one that came to expose a lot of, he was his coming that exposed a lot. That's what Peter Obi will remain. I'm just saying it now clearly. Many people not shocked. 2027, there'll be a lot of shocking. My preference is for Peter Obi, and I insist on the best for us. If we're not getting it, then I sit it out. I'm not going to be a part of voting in mediocrity that has gotten us to where we are today. I yield.
Sister Moye, why you just the para like this? Go ahead, Sister Ify.
No, I agree with what Omo said. To be honest with you, because somebody already saying, they've had a meeting that Peter Obi is going to be the vice. If that's the case, Peter Obi better step down and not contest at all. If he's going to be, and he has said that he's running to be the president, he's not running to be anybody's vice. So I don't know what's going to happen. But if that's the case, whoever that is saying 12 years, I mean, me and you, I don't know what the 12 years you're talking about. Just like Omar said, that anything can happen next minute. Anything can happen next month. Another person might even come out. And even now, Peter Obi is very hot. Another person hotter than Peter Obi might even come out. And all of us will jump and follow the person. So Peter Obi being even in ADC it doesn't guarantee that we will support him when it comes 2027. So anything can happen. We still have a long way to go, about a year and a few months to go when it comes to for the next election to happen. So my take is this: if Peter Obi, I don't know what Atiku is thinking, and I'm saying it again. Atiku is, I think, 81 or 82 years. He needs to retire. He doesn't have anything to offer us.
Atiku is not going to retire.
If he chooses to stay and contest for this election, one, not only will he lose, Peter Obi's political career will be over if he becomes vice president or choose to become. Because nothing is going to change when he contested before. They've contested a few years ago. They both lost. And you think something is going to happen differently. It's not going to happen differently. I will advise Atiku, if he's listening, to back out and support Peter Obi and go and campaign in the north so that he will have the votes of the Northerners. Other than that, we are not going anywhere. Tinubu 2027, here we move.
Thank you, Sister Ify. One thing I noticed, though, is like people undermine the thinking capacity of the obedience. I don't think the supporters of other parties realize that those people who choose to be obedient, they are independent thinkers. These are people who are not influenced by money or political connections, unlike the supporters of many other political parties. This is what I'm saying. I choose to be obedient because in Peter Obi, I see a man who is honest, a man who seems like he truly knows what running a country is all about. And that's why I choose to follow him. Now, a lot of people choose to follow Peter Obi because they saw almost the same thing that I saw in him. Peter Obi no they give shishi. I'm not interested in political post or anything. I don't think Omoye is interested in political post or many other millions of Nigerians who are Peter Obi supporters. My brother that spoke earlier from UK, he's a Yoruba man and he's an obedient. So Peter Obi and ADC or any other person who is doing political permutation for them shouldn't think that if they have Peter Obi, they automatically have the obedience. The reason I think most obedience are talking about ADC right now is because Peter Obi moved there and is in anticipation that Peter Obi may end up being the presidential aspirant there. If that is not the case, just like my sister Obiagulu, I think I saw that comment earlier, Obiagulu said that could be the end of Peter Obi's political career. Like she said, yes, that's the comment. 12 years, that is a political pie, you know. PO, we never do that. So he better not. We are not fools. And besides, is it not time for us to start moving away from old cargoes? These men don't offer us nothing. And we have a lot of younger folks who can do a better job. Why are we still talking about Tinubu and Atiku in 2026 in the first place? If we are a nation of serious-minded people, why? Anyway, just as we begin to round up, I will have to read some comment and then we will handle the last part of today's show. I see you, my brother Chucky. What's up, Chucky? How you doing? Obiagulu said, in my opinion, Pio waiting for 12 years will buy his political career. That's what we are all suspecting anyway. Abi said, why would he wait for 12 years? And Abi said, if we would move on, don't we have younger ones upcoming? I wonder. Yo, Bilber said, in 12 years, we should be looking at fresh blood. Exactly. The next generation of leaders that should be grooming right now. God help Nigeria. I pray God help also. Say, people talk a lot like they know PO well. Chai, for those predicting, my sister, we are in this game together. Sister, how are you doing today, my sister? Welcome. Happy New Year. Okay. Let me take some comment from Omoye's viewers. Shout out to everybody on Omoye's Corner. Thank you for the likes and everything. So this one is coming from Papi 203. Papi said, we cannot continue to sacrifice the country for the sake of old brigades of already dead men, which is what Atiku represents. Atiku is already, half Pike. Papi kilo day now. Take it easy. My brother Waneka, that's Kene say obedience, we are not paid. So it's easy to get in or get out. That's what I'm saying exactly. Many of us who are proud to say we are obedient, we don't even have a stake in whatever is going on. We just want the country to do better. That's why we identify as obedient. If Peter Obi begin to loud, where they concern me? So, and that is why it's kind of different for us, especially with the obedience. We are more, I can say we are more objective than every other supporters out there. I know some other supporters of maybe Tinubu or Atiku, they might feel like, oh, obedient. You know, they call us all kinds of names. They will say, obedient. They are so crazy. They are this, they are that. The point is, we don't do this in anticipation of getting compensated in any way or form. My sister Omoye has been going live almost every day for over a year now. She don't even live in Nigeria. So they need whoever know the ADC and Atiku, let them know. I know Peter Obi seems like a bride to them. They all want him. Because the last time, the only politician that got the momentum Peter Obi had in the 2023 election was MKO Abiola. If I'm right, I don't know. But I think MKO Abiola was the only politician that was able to garner a lot of support the way Peter Obi did in the last election. And that is why Peter Obi is like a bride everybody wants on their side. But listen, yes, Peter Obi we can say he's the leader of the obedient, but at the same time, even I treat him anyhow, because like one man said, that's one thing I agree with one man with. Atiku don't look like somebody who is going to step back and allow Peter Obi to take the lead. It's almost as if Atiku have sworn that if he don't become Nigeria president, nobody will in any political party he went to. I think maybe as we move on political roundtable, we're still going to examine some of the areas where all these other political parties, they made mistake. I know right now, the assumption is that Tinubu infiltrated this party, he bought them, he destroyed them, and all of that. For me, I see it differently. Those parties have their problem. Before Tinubu now capitalize on it. And I don't blame Tinubu. Politics is a game. You got to play, you got to win whichever way you want to go about it. All right? So Atiku himself is a problem. Atiku, for instance, if you ask me who destroyed PDP, I will point out at Atiku. It was Atiku who do not allow the zoning to the south-south or southwest or wherever, but I know at the time Atiku had problem with Wike, it was as a result of zoning. The zoning is supposed to go to the south. Atiku say, hell no, I'm still going to run, I'm still going to contest. So he destroyed PDP. It's not even Tinubu. Tinubu was just taking advantage of their men. So I think we will go into that in subsequent show. But for today, for the purpose of today, which is looking at why APC are in panic mode because of Peter Obi joining ADC. That's just what we're looking at right now. And I want to quickly show you guys why I think APC are so in panic mode right now. Just give me like 1 second. I'll be right back. And then I will show you one comment that kind of gets to me.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, you're welcome back. Let me quickly show you this. In case if you don't know what is happening to APC right now. Here is your Keyamo. Where is it again? Yes. This is Festus Keyamo's tweet. Immediately, Peter Obi announced that he is now a part of ADC. Festus Keyamo ran to his ex-handle and shared this. He said, finally, the chicken is coming home to roost. I understand that someone somewhere has drafted and redrafted the statement he will release to hoodwink his supporters. Please highlight that word right there, hoodwink his supporters, on why he has accepted to be vice presidential candidate after a primaries that he knows has long been concluded. He has written and torn draft upon draft containing the normal gibberish of my desire to rescue Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. It's a tough one for him, but we are excited at the prospect of unmasking the true turncoat, a fraud at coming campaign. See the comments after this tweet to identify those whose raw nerves have been seriously affected. He said, please bookmark this tweet so we can all read his statement with one derision when it is eventually released. Now, when you see people like Festus Keyamo talking, and people like Adenuga speaking, then followed by Reno Omokri, followed by Femi Fani Kayode, and then the rest of the crumb eaters jump on Peter Obi's case. What you should know that is going on at that time is APC are in panic mode. Whenever they are panicked, this is what they do. They attack his character. We've asked this question severally, especially we obedience. What is it about Peter Obi that get APC talking? Anything happens in Nigeria, you will see these same folks will come out and say, Peter Obi have not said anything. Why has he not said anything? When Donald Trump said he was going to go to Nigeria, gonna blazing, this set of people were, okay, Peter Obi have not addressed this issue. Like, dude, Peter Obi is not even your president. And again, anytime any issue is going on, they don't even face Atiku. He is always Peter Obi. What is it about Peter Obi that is giving APC sleepless night? Sister Ifi and Sister Omoye, can you please enlighten me? What exactly get these folks riled up all the time when it has anything to do with Peter Obi?
Because they know he won the election and they stole from. That's why. And they know that he will win another election.
Oh, God.
But they are afraid that if we have free and fair election again, that they're going to lose. If not, tell me, I hear Peter Obi more than I hear Tinubu in that country.
Exactly.
So what's up with that? We haven't even seen the result of the election. So we don't even know who won the election. So they are afraid of Peter Obi because they know what he can do. They know that he won the election. They know that the election was stolen from him. If not, why should you be calling Peter Obi? Well, Peter Obi, according to one man, he came distant third. So what's Peter Obi's business with what is going on in Nigeria? If Peter Obi didn't say anything or doesn't say anything, what is happening in Nigeria, everybody will be panicking until he says something. Even if he says, get out, all of you, people will be happy that he has spoken.
Sister Moye?
Yeah. So I agree with Ifi, and that's true. He's the singular biggest threat to APC. He's the singular biggest threat to APC right now. You know, and again, we're forgetting also INEC, right? With the free and fair, who's going to give us the free and fair election? Number one, right? So we're in the political platforms that we have in Nigeria right now. Even though ADC seems to be the most put together one, apart from the ADC is the most, structured one right now. Opposition, APC is doing their thing, right? Behind the scenes, we don't know what they're doing with the electoral reforms. We don't know what they're doing with the INEC chairman. We don't know. The INEC chairman, they say he has good qualities, whatever. We don't know whether he's been paid off already. We don't know if they've already written down the norm. So there's a lot. So this is why this move to ADC is crucial. Because Peter Obi, even though he's gentlemanly in his posture, you have people around him that are willing to take it fire for fire to APC. That's part of why they are very upset. And that's why you're seeing all these lamentations all over social media. Because now Peter Obi has that platform, even though they're saying their conjecture is, Atiku is the one that, actually, in a way, I think I like the fact that they're pushing that agenda. That Atiku is the one that is going to get the ticket. I really want the ADC to surprise them at the end of the day. So let them keep running with that narrative that Atiku. So we all know that the reason why Peter Obi keeps giving them headache, if life pass, Peter Obi has not said anything. Reno literally comes under Peter Obi's tweets, waiting hand and feet for the next tweet to drop so that he can say something about it. He will use his arrows, marker, and the rest, and Ononuga as well. As Nigerians, right, because everybody's eyes is now opening and it continues to open, and we now see the rot in the system, and a lot of people are saying, no, we want the best candidate. If another one better than Peter Obi shows up tomorrow, right now, today, if you ask me, Peter Obi is the biggest threat. Tomorrow, it may be someone that is unexpected, like from somewhere, go just come. This is why, for me, this moment is Peter Obi's chance. The universe, everything is in favor of him. He cannot afford to miss this opportunity. Do you understand? So it is also okay that they are projecting and gaslighting and putting their own narratives out there. I cannot like it in a way, even though, yes, I will counter if I have the opportunity to be in the same space with these people and say, come, guys, chill. Do you understand? But that's what they want to do. So, yes, the biggest threat is Peter Obi. They know that he's the one that won the last election. They know. If IREF tomorrow were able to find out what really went, we'll see that Peter Obi he flogged them to the ground. Do you understand? So they know that, and they're afraid. Keyamo is afraid that he won't be minister come 2027. Somebody should tell him he won't. So he should start preparing. He should start preparing his resignation or leave letter or whatever it is they want to leave. Keyamo, do you know what do they call the other one? Reno Mokri, that ambassadorship, if he not do a past 2 months before they will be called. So all of them, they are all fighting to preserve their positions. All the governors that are at the campaign, it's only rigging power that they want to give to them. But inside rigging day, as in, as long as the people realize that, look, this time around, now do or die, we got to get them right. Yeah. There's only so much they can do. So for me, yeah, Peter Obi will remain the biggest threat. There's nothing we can do. We're going to see more comments. We're going to see more wailings, more tears flowing all over social media. But we are here for it. We're ready? We're ready.
Thank you, my lovely sister. It's been 2 hours now. We have just 5 more minutes to go. I'm hanging out with my lovely sister, Omoye's Corner, and of course, my sweet sister, Iti. I have Uncle Dayo here earlier, but because of the number of people who want to join the show, Uncle Dayo is joining from Nigeria, so I guess the network kind of kicked him out. Now, to round up for the next 5 minutes, I saw this comment from Omoye's Corner channel. Like I say, please go and subscribe to Omoye's Corner. This 2026 is going to be hot, politically speaking, in Nigeria. They can't wait. They have this 12 months to perfect whatever they want to do before we get to 2027 when they're going to have the election. I think the election is coming up around February, March 2027, and this is January. So this year will be hot. If you are a Nigerian and you are not keeping up with what is happening in Nigeria, you are not doing yourself any good. It's important you are aware of the political happenings in Nigeria. 2027 might be the end of that country, or it might be the turning point for the country. So it's good to get updated information all the time. Go and subscribe to Omoye's Corner. Go and subscribe to One Man Went to Mo. Those are like the 2 platforms where I get most of my political gist. It's because I respect a lot of the people on those platforms, even though we may have diverse opinion, we may disagree and all of that, but I respect people on those platforms. I listen to One Man Went to Mo every day, even though half of the time I'm fighting with all my eggbons on that platform, but you can't deny the fact that they bring good information to the conversation. And at Omoye's Corner, this Omoye will just go through every day. I don't know how you do that, Mr. Moya. You need to teach me. Every day, you are just updating everybody. What's going on? Your energy, I think you and Senator Natasha are not supposed to work together. So please go and subscribe to Omoye's Corner.
Uncle Beno, thank you very much. I'm going to drop off, but I just want to say something about this tweet. I know you want to touch on it, so I'm going to, because so on this, you said, my honest opinion is that joining ADC is the worst move for PO. All he needed to do was fix Labour parties, go into the next elections with more partners, and it would have been a done deal. Yeah, sure. From the tweet, it sounds very eloquent and very good, and no disrespect to you. I'm sure you're aware of what has been playing out in Labour Party, and I'm sure that you're aware that your government is consistently destroying the party from within. I'm sure you're aware of all the drama that has played out. I don't know how you expect it to be. This is what he's been trying to do, right? This is what he's been trying to do in Labour Party, but every time he tried, he's always meeting a brick wall. What do you want him to do? The man is one human being. He can only do so much in a very corrupt system. So there's no done. It would not have been a done deal. It would have been a disaster. I can say that freely. But with that being said, Thank you very much, Uncle Beno's family. Uncle Ben, thank you for having me as a host. I think we're going to try to do this more often as we go coming into this new year. I'm going to make it a date to always join your platform as your co-host for this particular program, or you can use somebody else, not necessarily me. I guess I am putting my resume forward as co-host, but yeah, whichever one you choose, that's fine by me. But I'll definitely make this a date because we need to keep these conversations going. We have a country to save. We have ancestral lands to save. That's what I say. Not necessarily a country, because we don't know what's going to happen. Everybody might end up answering their father's name come 2027. But, for the good of everyone and for the upliftment of our country and to pull it out of the conundrum that is currently going through, that's currently happening in Nigeria, we need to continue to have these conversations. I appreciate you, especially Uncle Beno, for making the time for this political discourse. This is very important. I appreciate your work. Thank you very much. And Sister Ify, my darling, and everyone in the comment section, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Are you coming on tonight?
Thank you.
Yeah, later. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be there. I'm off today. Thank God. Okay. I'm finally up. I'm going to be there. Thank you, Sister Omoye. Political roundtable. You know how we roll here. This is UB and the Real Fam. I have a lot of uncles, brothers, sisters who are politically inclined. So we always do political roundtable at least 4 or 5 times weekdays. Uncle Dayo used to be my co-host. He's still my co-host all the way from Nigeria. So Sister Moye is now joining us as co-host too on political roundtable. It go hot too. It go hot. So brothers, when you come, you better come clean. Oh, my sister Moye. Hey. When it come to Nigeria politics, they play. Oh, say for me, I'll just say make everybody drop within one drop. Me, I'll just look. Yes, I go laugh. But my sister, they are passionate too. Thank you, Sister Moye. Now, Sister Ify, my lovely, beautiful Sister Ify, thank you for joining me on this show. Now, Sister Ify, before you leave, can you help me address this tweet from Mr. Sean? I don't know Mr. Sean, but I kept an eye on Sister Moye's channel, and there are a lot of comments there. It's because people cannot see. That's why I screenshot this one and bring it here. But I've seen people having this particular conversation, and sometimes it do piss me off when people want to blame Peter Obi for what happened in Labour Party. So, Sister Ify, what are your thoughts? Just said, in my honest opinion, he said, my honest opinion is that joining ADC is the worst move for PO. All he needed to do was fix Labour Party, go into the next election with more partners, and it would have been a done deal. It sounds great, but let me hear your final thought on this one, man.
Yeah, Charles, I don't think you follow Nigerian politics, to be honest with you. Because if you follow Nigerian politics, you will know what is going on. Like Omoye said, tinubu APC, they know that PDP and the Labour Party is the maybe 2 opposition parties that they are so much worried about. So what they did, or what they are doing, is to destabilize both parties, using Wike for PDP and using Abure and is it Arabambi or somebody, the other guy, to destabilize LP. Yeah. You can, if you've been following politics, you will understand that Peter Obi has been going back and forth with this issue of who is the party leader, okay, and who is the chairman. So they've gone to court, and everything has been proving a body for Peter Obi to take over. So he made the best decision ever to leave LP, because he knows there are things Peter Obi know that we don't know. Yes. And of course, he can't come out publicly and say it. Trust me, Peter Obi has all the information. For him to leave LP, he has all the necessary information that he needed for him to leave. But he can't come out on public space and tell us all that. Okay? He's a good politician. He's a smart politician. People think that he is weak. Peter Obi is not a weak politician. Just because he talks, or maybe because he's not aggressive, people think that he cannot be president of Nigeria. Now Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. Tell me what he's doing differently. Tell me what is working. So you don't even need you don't need somebody who is aggressive or somebody who can threaten us. Let me use the word in order for you to say that Nigeria need iron hand or iron man. So my brother, the truth of the matter is that he made the best decision. The only thing I'm worried about is whether he will get the ticket in ADC. Because of who? Because of Atiku. And again, if Peter Obi doesn't get the ticket, I will advise him not to contest at all and let him continue 2027. But if he gets the ticket, we know what we are fighting. Like you said, we don't have time. We only have less than 1 year. So time is against us. We have to do what we can do. And I'm sure they are still having discussion. What's his name? Amechi. I know he made had a press statement a few months ago that he's going to run for the office of the presidency. I just looked at him. I said, I don't even know whether you even get up to 10 votes from any of the Nigerian, as a whole. So the fight is between Atiku and Obi, and we know that Obi will be a better candidate. We know that Obi will give an APC run of their money. Today, I saw Uzodinma went to visit Oti. What did he go there to do? They are trying to woo Oti to come to APC.
To APC, you
know, which Oti said that he's not living anywhere. And I believe him, unless he changes his mind. Just, that you can't trust this politician. So why are you worried? If you have gathered all these political APC governors, why are you worried about one person? So all tinubu is trying to do is to make sure that he takes over the whole of Southeast. But let me guarantee you something. If you're thinking that you're going to win this election, or if you're going to win the Southeast, even with all the APC governor, it's still going to be very difficult. That's why they're still running around, trying to get every governor to be on their side. But my fellow Nigerians, I will say it and I will say it again. If we really love this country, Atiku, if you really love this country called Nigeria, as you claim to be, step down for Peter Obi. Let him challenge Tinubu and give Tinubu the run of this country. And let's know that we are ready for the next election. Because the more you people drag this thing, the more you people are giving Tinubu the power to win this election. So the earlier the better. Let us know who we are voting for. But if it's not Peter Obi, forget about it. 2027 will be for Tinubu. Thank you.
Thank you, my lovely sister Ife. I'm still gonna come back for a second show later today, but right now I gotta go. This is Political Roundtable. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is really interesting. I saw a lot of comments. Usually we read all the comments, but unfortunately, because of the nature of the conversation, I couldn't read all comments, but thank you for contributing to today's show. Sister Ife, my paddy, I don't know, say you like politics like this.
I like politics more than anything, though.
We have to. Everybody needs to be part of this conversation. Thank you, my lovely sister. I will see you in the next one. All right. Okay. Thank you, ma. Take care.
Right. Take care. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have gradually come to the end of today's show. Uncle Patrick said, Atiku has been nursing the ambition to become a Nigeria president. Let me see. Okay, I doubt if Obi will get the ticket unless the deal is like a Milocon, turn by turn. I don't think Peter Obi is going to play the turn-by-turn politics. He can't do that. And again, Peter Obi, I'm sorry to say to my fellow obedience, these folks that Peter Obi is dealing with, these guys, they don't play on the same soccer field where Peter Obi is playing. Peter Obi is playing on the field of fairness, field of humility, field of a gentleman, an academia, somebody who want to do things the right way. But you see, Jagaban and Atiku, Jagaban believe in snatch it, grab it, run with it. While Atiku believe, if I'm the president, why can't my friends be making money? So, these two folks, I'm sorry. Just thinking about it, they made me laugh. Sir. These two old men that Peter Obi found himself in their middle, they don't play nice. Oh, they play nice. Oh, that's why for me, I like politics. I enjoy the trick, the fun, the political permutation, the calculation, the betrayers, the move. It's just fun to me. So please, if you like this fun, if you have what it takes to discuss politics without getting emotional, without fighting each other, join us here on Political Roundtable. Uncle Dayo is always here. You see my lovely sister Omoye. You see, Omoye, they bring her hot. It's fun to discuss politics. For me, I just enjoy talking politics because sometimes I study these guys, I study their move, and it just amused me. Sometimes I just love the prediction. I like to predict what they can do next. And then if my prediction comes true, it just kind of gives me joy, like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, But on a serious note, what is facing us in Nigeria right now is bigger. And I think Tinubu is trying, but Tinubu has created more problems than he can handle. I'm sorry. For the Tinubu supporters, make una no vex. Within the 2 years of Tinubu administration, President Tinubu is like that man who took 3 steps forward and 20 steps backward based on how he played politics. All right? And like one man said, I want to agree with one man, where one man said, Tinubu government is progressive. Yes, it gives the appearance of a progressive government. But at the same time, don't forget, one of the things I've always said about Tinubu style is Tinubu like to govern using propaganda. I'm so sorry to all the Tinubu supporters. That's just me looking in from outside. That's what I see. He likes to govern using propaganda, Tinubu he can promise you 10 projects, deliver on 2 of those projects, and then hire 1,000 propagandists to say he has done 20 projects instead of the 10 he promised originally. Now, my papa style be that. And for those who are Tinubu supporters, in case you still don't see what's going on, don't think Tinubu know what he's doing when he's trying to get as many governors as possible into his camp. Since we've been having these political democratic dispensations in Nigeria, there is no time foreign government has been very, very interested in what's going on in Nigeria than now. I'm so close to 50 years old, like literally very, very close to 50 years old. And in all my years as a Nigerian, there had never been any time a foreign nation dropped a bomb in our country before. Those are the conversations we're going to have tomorrow. We will start, because you, the Tinubu supporters, make una radio. We go head to head, bass boost for this channel. Because from tomorrow, we're also going to be covering the Tinubu achievement that you guys are throwing on our faces. I'm so close to 50. I have never, no time, I don't even hear it in history, that a foreign nation will drop bomb in our country. It happens under Tinubu's watch. That is not, look, even though the administration is trying to spin it right now to make it look good that, Tinubu is the president, that he partnered with America, he worked with American government, he's solving the Nah. It's a zero, guys. Let's call it what it is. That is not an achievement. Tinubu is actually the first president that failed in his responsibility to the point that Donald Trump, we have to intervene in the affairs of our country, that whether he likes it or not, the American government actually have to choke it down his neck, that if you are not protecting your citizens, okay, let's forget that there's no genocide, but are the citizens supposed to be dying the way they are dying? by a homegrown terrorist. So don't forget that fact. I'm sorry, my people, but we have to say it. Tinubu is the president that failed. He failed woefully. That under his watch, in less than 2 years, terrorists, bandits, call it whatever the name, they were rampaging the entire country. Just take note of that. So I know we're going to be having that conversation when people will show up here and they'll be like, oh, you people are here pregnant. Tinubu doesn't do jack. Everything you are claiming Tinubu did. For the people who live in Western world, who truly, they want to be sincere, the only thing you can say, okay, maybe Tinubu bring a kind of direction that is a little bit different from what his predecessors bringing. But when you want to mention accomplishment, when you want to mention people delivering the dividends of democracy, Bami has not done that to Emma. It's just 2 years. So the way you people are talking, you are talking as if maybe the Baba don't be there for 6 years. He has already accomplished so much. I can't put my finger on what Baba did. The only thing I see Baba did is that he formulated policies that many past presidents would have done. That's what he did. But policy formulation is the easiest part. Execution and implementation is the hard part. How does he execute? Let's talk about corruption. We all know. Even babies that were born yesterday, we all know that the biggest challenge we have in Nigeria is corruption. We know. So when you are fighting for your principal, Bami, can you please tell us, how exactly is Bami fighting corruption? Or is this selective battle that you want to throw on our faces? Oh, you see, he hires men at me, he carry men at me. Hello, Yaya Bello. He did there. You can not forget. In fact, that Yaya Bello will be one of the, how do I describe it now? It will be one of the stain on Tinubu's presidency. That a Yaya Bello, I saw a video of him dancing. I don't even know where he was. I saw him dancing. In fact, the same Yaya Bello say he's running for Senate now. So don't even come and tell us about corruption. Anybody you're going to say, any president you are going to say, oh, this president is really fighting for Nigeria, that president should be a president that is tackling corruption. You know, no fight, no corruption. No. You see all the way they don't go APC now. You see them? All the mad people where they don't go APC now. So we're going to have serious conversation. For those of you who think that, oh, 2027 is a done deal, it's not a done deal. Now you have America put one of his leg inside our country now. And imagine Netanyahu for people. Like I said, I'm so freaking close to 50. I have never had one time that Israeli Prime Minister get involved in our affairs in Nigeria. The only business that I know we have with Israelis is maybe we went there for Jerusalem visit. We won't go see Jesus. This was where America don't put one leg, then Netanyahu say he won't put another leg. All these are not looking good for the president. So this election is not going to be like what you used to have before. When you get America shook leg for your country, now one thing they go tell you say that they can't do that, they do another thing. No? Anyway, let us meet back tomorrow. Shout out to my lovely sister Onyi. See you, Sister Mario. Now when you see my voice don't they go up, now Sister Mario show up. Where are you since, Sister Mario? I've been need you to come and give me political data. Auntie Onyi, how you doing, ma'am? Sister Onyi say they've arrested and changed AJ's driver. Okay, and charge AJ's driver. How many other such drivers, especially Dangote drivers, are they charged? I told you now, my sister. You see, I'm always enjoyed Tinubu's administration. I like Bami administration. Under Bami administration, everybody is looking at Bami body language. But may we not go there. I am not saying Tinubu no they try, okay? Tinubu is trying, and frankly speaking, I think he has a lot of good policies, but his implementation is always going to be a problem. But the bigger problem we have right now is not even terrorism. Let me just tell you. The biggest problem we have coming is 2027. It's 2027 now. My spirit is telling me Atiku is ready to fight to finish. Well, light alive. That's what I'm thinking. Atiku is ready to fight to finish. And he's going to get messier. I will tell you one thing for you to think about until I come back tomorrow. Just tell me tomorrow if you think I am right or I am wrong. Hey, Joe, I will tell you this and I will leave. Did you know that the tax reform that Tinubu introduced is actually not about generating revenue for now? Is actually a political tool to go after his enemies. Think about that, and tomorrow we will explore. You know, right? Abi, you don't know. Just let me know if you have thought about this angle before. If you have ever thought about the tax reform, it's actually a political tool. Drop a 1 in the chat. If you never think about that, drop a 2. I'm telling you right now. It's making a lot of sense now. Remember, with the implementation of the new tax reform, the government can now have their hand in everybody's account. Ooh, I they like this game. Anyway, let me know if you thought about it or not. I'll be with you guys tomorrow. Happy New Year to the Real Fam. This is the Real Fam. This is the Real Fam. It's UB and the Real Fam. And we do things differently. I know a lot of people are watching up from different platforms today. Please, our channel is kind of different from many other channels out there. On our channel, we actually give everybody the opportunity to express themselves. The only thing we don't tolerate is trolling. You can't troll people, you can't curse them, you can't call them out. We don't do all that. But you are always welcome to disagree. Disagree with me. I don't get, tell me, say, Ben, I lie, I disagree, I don't want them. I know they fight nobody. Like I always told you guys, I come to YouTube just to have fun, you know, just to wind away time. I don't get time to fight anybody. So you are free to disagree with me. You are free to disagree with opinions and viewpoints, but don't curse out anybody. Don't troll anybody. That's the only thing we don't do here. I have a lot of brothers and sisters on this channel, a lot of uncles and aunties. These are respectable people. So if they choose to be part of the channel to contribute, it is our job to make sure the channel is clean. If that is okay by you, please do not hesitate to join us whenever we go live. Thank you, everybody. We are still going to have our New Year's party. Maybe we can do that later today or tomorrow, but too many gas goes just full ground now. And I know, say, my sisters, they want to cover those gas goes. I was watching Natia Aduni before I came live. There's this lady that was telling some really, really cringy story about waiting they don't show up for MFM. But I don't talk this new year, make I leave these pastors them alone. When they do their own, I do my own. But if Real Fam say we'll talk about that, we can still talk about that. I'll see you guys tomorrow or later today if you are free. If not, just disable. This is 2026. So, and when I come back, I would like to ask you guys to tell me what you left behind in 2025. Okay? For instance, those of you that will watch our show and you will not like it, leave that shit in 2025 or this is 2026. Or else we will not take you to Bora Bora. Sister Yinka, I see you, my lovely sister. You see, New Year celebration, don't let me even see Sister Yinka. Sister Yinka just the jare, just the enjoy. Now for TikTok and Instagram. Now they see my sister now. I know even they see her break light again. Now, wow. All right. Thank you, Bilba. Thank you, my Abby. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Chucky, my brother. I will chat you up, Chucky. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.